Would appear as if I do have chat, Vegas. Looks like I do have the chats. Get rolling here in a moment. Oh, thanks for the welcome to YouTube. I don't know how I feel about YouTube, guys. I'm still trying to figure out how to publish these as unlisted links, which is what I attempted to do this morning. But then I couldn't find a link to share for it. So, we're working on things. We're working on things. Oh, I think I heard yesterday that volume was a little too low on YouTube. We'll crank that up a little bit. We got the date in the title. All right. All right, let's crack through this here. Actually, I did not mean to minimize that window. We need to leave that open. All right. Okay. What was I doing? What was I doing here? We're just. Oh, I needed to send a text message real quick. That's what I was doing. My bad. My bad. All right. Okay. Cool. Let's get to popping. Let's get to popping over here. Nope, 2 hours too high for me. Step it down. Step it on down. Okay, so right off the hop, God, there's so much I want to cover, so I'm just gonna get after this, right? So right off the hop, we have not broken structure off of this low yet. If you follow, yeah, we just haven't done it, right? We did have this little manner of an SFP here, which I think is relevant, like because I can see the potential for a 1, 2, 3 on the high. We came back down and we broke the low that created this high, but we did not take out the ultimate low here, like the more relevant low. I'll say that that's still intact, and we see that we are climbing back up from there already. Um, yeah, this is really the area that I am looking for. Which is where we took that big break. That's where we took the big break. This one that was like 8% ish or so, somewhere in the neighborhood, right? Um, Obviously, whomever got involved in the market here had a dramatic impact on the market. So when price returns to the scene of the crime, I'm going to be on my toes. So even though this structure has not broken bearishly yet up off this low, that makes this high, the one that has the green check mark on it, we'll move this. This high is still weak on this local leg, on this leg of price action. This high is still weak, and this low is still strong. But on the 4 hour, that's just simply not the case, right? On the 4 hour, that is just simply not the case. On the 4 hour, that is your weak low, and essentially, um, I'm going to settle for that as the strong high right there. I'm okay with calling that one the strong high. So my general principle from yesterday is still here: up to down. That's my general. That's my general principle. Oh man. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I had a song planned for this morning, but I didn't want to take the time to tweak OBS to get it to actually play. So gonna play the dump song. I was gonna play the dump song this morning. All right. Look at that. Otter's up in the chat. This feels weird. This is awkward. Not awkward at all. All right. Let me hop back over. Let's see here. So this is on my Binance perpetual charts for anybody who has or uses a link to my charts. This is going to be on the Binance chart. That's kind of where I've This is kind of where I've been planning. I guess indicating more of the positions I'm looking at, and then I've been using Bybit for a little bit more, uh, I don't know, cleaner view of things. We'll put it that way. So there was still, there was still demand in this lower section right here. We're getting a lift off of it. Let's get off of the 30 minute. Let's go to like the 10. Um, so this break that got put in, let me not be lazy. Um, so this low right here, this low created this high. That high failed. Price should return to the low. It did, and it broke it, right? Okay, 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 sounds good. But we're undoing this right now. We're actively undoing this morning. Yeah. So whether you're going to take it from here, which is probably more your 5 minute structure, or whether you're going to take it from here, being more of your like 10 to 15 minute structure, it is breaking back up, right? Indicating that it wants to take another run at this high. Uh, and I want to see it. I want to see it break that high. I do. I want to see it break that high, and I want to see it come up here, and I want to see it hit my magical short zone, and I want to hit the sell button, and I want to get a big fat trade off of it. But the market doesn't really give a shit what I want, right? It doesn't care. It does not care at all. So I got to be prepared if that doesn't happen, right? I just have to be prepared if that doesn't happen. So this is our current range right here. Be okay. Here's another thing. I posted this chart, right? But be really careful with this low right here. Where's my highlighter? Where's my magic highlighter? I need you. Be really careful with this low right here, because if we lose this with, say, a 15-minute candle body close, 10 to 15-minute candle body close, I don't even need to see it too deep. Like literally like this kind of guy. This being the body of the candle. Um, then I think there's a really strong potential that even if we retrace from here, that we are headed back down to this low, right? So be really careful with this. Why am I saying be so careful with it? Because I'm about to plan a long trade off of it. I don't particularly think that we are going to go back down there, but in the off chance that we did, I'm my gut. Let me put it this way. This is the clearest way I can state this. I'm long between here and here. I'm generally long between those two, right? Um, so, yeah, that's just the most clear way I can state that. I am short after here, and I am short, like I'm going to be looking for. I'm not just going to short it from here, like it hits it, and I'm just going to hit the button. No, not at all. I need to see some sort of confirmation up in the zone, or I'm not going to touch it, because we are in the discount of this bigger range, and it can build a lot of bullish momentum out of this area. So whether logically you have, I'm just not going to do it, right? And also. No confirmation here, right? And we start closing, well, that's not going to work. That color doesn't work. We start closing, candle bodies up in here, and then start clearing this region right here. Then, with strong candles, not this whole area can SFP right here. So I'm talking big, strong candles that look like this. Right? Big, strong candles that look like that. I start seeing some sort of indication like this above 64.5. And even if I see it come back down here, I am still long, and I'm long, long. Like I'm long, long. This is a major sign of strength for me. And I would start having much, much higher targets if I see that. All right, cool. I have to plan my regular trades like I always plan my regular trades. And, some of them hit, some of them don't. With confirmations, you're normally pretty safe. But a range is a range, and I have to treat it like a range, right? So, just the same way that I'm going to plan for a long off the bottom, I am going to plan for a short off the top of the range. because that low below us is still weak on the 4 hour, even though I do want this zone up here. I want it. That doesn't mean I'm going to get it, right? It does not mean I'm going to get it. So I am still going to look for a run off the top of here. This may still be distributing, right? I guess redistributing is probably better terminology. We still have not shown any manner of strength above this section of supply. I've removed it because we've already interacted with it, right? Now that we have interacted with it, it is not this supply that is at work for me anymore. If this position here works, it was this high. Come on, give me the right tool. It was this high that was at work at that point, not this supply. The supply is dead, but we haven't shown any sign of strength above it. So yeah, I'm still going to look. I'm still going to look to play the top of that range. I don't have a lot of hope for it. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if it's really going to work. Um, but I'm going to look for it. Yeah, I'm going to look for it because this low down here is still weak on the 4 hour. Still weak on the 4 hour, right? So yeah, I'm going to look for a shift, and it would be cool to get. I mean, if if it SFPs the top of this range and then breaks the low of the range, then then we're coming down here, right? So it's like way more advantageous to get involved in this trade here than to wait for a loss of the bottom of the range and a retest into it and then drive it down to here, right? Like obviously this is the more profitable approach. That trade could be a absolute ripper. Um, or it could just be it could just be a nothing burger, never happen, never confirm, or it could be, something a little bit smaller. Again, looking at the risk to reward. In the event that that did work off the top of that and bring us back down to the low, like I have to consider it because that risk to reward would be spectacular. But that wouldn't be, don't get greedy with it. Like if this works, like you're going to be 3R by the bottom of the trade, and you need to pay yourself. You leave some to run, whatever, but you got to pay yourself, man. You got to pay yourself. Okay, so we look to long here. We look to short here. We look to short here. I will look to long the low again, which again, this is another one that I'm gonna probably warn on. Um, the low is weak and it could SFP. Yes, it could SFP. Um, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about. No, I'd rather just see this low fixed. I'd rather just see this low fixed. And expectational order flow, because this is a weak low on the 4 hour and overall downtrend, isn't in expectational order flow should never be an equal low for a higher high, right? Like that, you shouldn't have that expectation. Your expectation should be, in my opinion, a lower low for a lower high, right? Like it just believe it until it shows you something else. That's what I do anyway. It's what I do. So I'm going to look at it, but even if I do see signs of it working, what was I on? I was on like the 15-minute time frame, right? Let's hypothesize for a moment, and let's just say that I see signs of that trade working, right? Like we maybe we start to break a little, little 3 minute, little 5 minute action off of this low. We start to see a little bit of climb up off of here. If anything fails on this at all, I'm out because you may see a reaction out of here. There might be a lot of buy orders stacked up under here, but it may just do that, right? So if this does lift and I do take it, any manner of breakage on the way back up, I'm gonna be de-risking in a heartbeat. Yeah, de-risking, probably paying myself, de-risking. This trade is still valid. Boy, I got a lot of shit on the chart this morning. God damn it, I got a lot of shit on the chart. Let's say we roll down from here without ever taking this high out, and we crack this low right here. I'm still looking for a back test of this range right here for a rundown. So that is also still on the. Oops, I hit too many buttons. Um, So that's also still going to be part of my plan. I have a gosh dang, I kind of have a little bit of a crazy plan today. I'm not going to lie. This is a little bit of a crazy plan. Crazy in the sense where I don't normally see this quantity of positions. Um, and let's call it what it is. Not all these are going to work. This it's just the sorry. I'm going to get caught up on chat here in just a second. Um, yeah, I can see chat today, Farmer. Um, using the I don't know, whatever. I'm going to say it. I already started, so might as well finish the comment, right? Using the approach that I use is what allows me to look at everything, right? I can look at all this stuff and go, okay, these are all logical possibilities in my mind. I just have to see if they confirm. I don't know if they're going to confirm or not, but I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. What's maybe a different way I could explain this? I prefer this method of looking at the charts because it vastly opens my possibilities as opposed to waiting for a 15-minute bull div, right? Well, you only see that at a reversal on a bottom, right? Um, or on a top, right? Or, waiting for some sort of range sweep. I guess I am waiting for an internal range. I don't know how else to say it. I really don't know how else to say it aside from the fact that I just feel like this gives me the ability to look at it opens doors for me. And it works. It works for you, boy. Okay. So this is just how I do it. Um, yeah, I don't, that's one, two, three, four, five, six ideas right here. Yeah, we're not going for any more. We're not going for any more. No, we're not. No, we're not. Well, I lied. You could invert. You could. I may trade the inverse of this idea, but I don't know how I feel about that too much. In other words, break the range, retest the range, continue. My main target is still up here, so I'm starting to get a little. I don't have a lot of room to play that, but I'll tell you, it's in the back of my mind. It's in the back of my mind. If I see what I want to see, I might play with something like that. Let's see what old. Oh, no, let me catch up on chat here. Let me catch up on chat. Share it with the world. Why so private? Good question. Why is it so private? Good question. And I'll answer it. I'll give you an honest answer to that. The individual that I learned this from. It's his approach, right? That's how he does it, and more or less out of respect for him, I don't want to take a lot of these ideas fully public, right? I would prefer to keep them private to a smaller group of people. And yeah, yeah, it's just really as simple as that. It's just really as simple as that. I have no motivation to meet new. Yeah, I have no motivation to grow a channel or yeah, try and impress upon anybody outside of the otters, right? So that's why I want private links. Sorry, just getting caught up on chat here. Morning, everybody. Morning, Lunar, Bully, Welsh, Verified, Reapers, PLC. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all the support. Appreciate you. So this was 7:30 yesterday. This cracks me up. I hadn't even looked at this today. Where's this line? That's where we were streaming. Oh, that's a horizontal line. I'll use the big obnoxious arrow. That is where we were streaming yesterday. I said, hey, we have a break. Expectational order flow is a higher low for a higher high. And none of these candles exist. So I just have that doodle on there. So there we go. It continues up. What does this mean? What does this mean? We should probably take a little bit of a closer look here. Oh yeah, yeah. It's very clear what that means. It means that this high is weak, right? It means that that high is weak. Yeah, yeah. There's just no way around it. There's just no way around it. And what do I have to see to change that? I have to see a loss at this low. I need to clean this chart up a little bit. Boom, and no, not interested in that anymore. Not interested in that anymore, or that, or this. That's already done its job. Um, Unless we lose 105, um, you cannot convince me otherwise that we're going to, yeah, 1065. And obviously, a break of 1065 is going to take us to 107. And if we break 107, I expect a large retrace. I would expect a significant retrace. Like if we get up into here, I would expect a significant retrace back into this area for further continuation up. I hate to say it, but yeah, I, I can't look at it any other way than that. No, I can't. And a significant crack of this high here to undo that bullish market structure means a loss of this low. This low right here would indicate weakness on this, but not that it's going to fail. Yeah, it's not the news that a lot of crypto holders want. I don't think, at least on the DXY chart, I don't think that's the news that a lot of people want to hear. But that's the way I see it. Is the ES having any sort of corrective behavior? Not particularly. Not particularly. Nope. No, nothing really relevant yet. This is not bearish price action. That is not bearish price action. If this high was up here, it's just not. It's just not. It's not. It's not bearish price action. Oh god dang it! There we go, hitting too many buttons. Let's go away. Um, no, no, it's just not. I'm not gonna. I don't trade it, so I'm not gonna harp on it too much. But yeah, yeah, that high is still weak, and it's still in price discovery, and it still has a weak high over it. Cool. And Q real quick. I could see some corrective behavior on NQ. I could see a fill of this gap and a bounce from this general area of demand. I actually want to include this. I actually want. Why can't I get the right tool every time? Every time. Uh, I really not, I'm not going to lie. I like that, but just generally this zone down here, wrong color. But just just know if it's south, it's demand, and if it's north, it's supply. Yeah, I could maybe see because if you fill this gap, yeah, I think you're going to have to come down here. Um, maybe, but again, it's not necessarily. Yeah, it could come up out of there too. So, anyways, whatever. Nasdaq's still healthy. S&P still healthy. Nvidia, haven't looked at this one in a while. Oh, I don't have to move. Interesting. The one time I've come here and not had to move that high. Wish I had NVIDIA on my exchange. I would absolutely smash the long button in that area. But maybe we actually see a little bit of correction on NVIDIA. Okay, cool. Um, reveal all the secrets. Yeah, I'll reveal them to the otters, bro. Otters get secrets. Other people know they know get those. What y'all want to look at? While I'm waiting for a couple of answers there, I got to set some alerts. Okay, so that is an alert. I need to set another alert here. Let's see. Local range render, whatever. It's good enough for me. I don't know what that was per bar though. I've got about another 20 minutes or so. Um, this is interesting. This is interesting. Interesting, because it really looked like it was starting to turn around here. Um, but it is coming back for this low. It is coming back for this low. I don't find a lot of strength in this line, this curvature here. Doesn't look strong, but I want again. I well, whatever. I have I have all bases covered. Um, XAU, XAU. Okay. I'm not having any luck with that one. Is it just, did you double it up? You want to look at gold? Do you want to look at gold? Is that what you want to look at? You don't want to look at gold versus gold. That'd be no fun. But if you want to look at gold, we can look at gold. Is that right? You want to look, Shin Fusen? You want to look at gold? Am I understanding that correct? XAU? USD? Okay, cool. Um, so the overall failure on the range high is the order flow objective is to take you back to the range low. Come on, get on there. Have we visited that yet? No. And why don't you get on the wick? Get on there. You're making me so mad. You're making me so mad. Oh yeah, it's coming for that low. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's coming for that low. Yes, sir. Now, is there anything to hold the low up, though? I mean, the low could hold for just in the fact that it is purely a low, but is there anything to hold it up? You know, that down in say this general zone right here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There sure is. There sure is. So if that's not 4 hour, is it six? No. Is it eight? Better. Is it 12? A little too far. I think I'll just stick with the eight. Not that it really makes a difference. Could have done it on the 15. Um, I don't love it. It's a little far south of the low, but I would give that some consideration. Um, Let's see how I feel about this. Let me go out to the week. I'd actually like to see a bigger retrace than that. That low could hold, and your high, your low is weak right now. 2277 is weak at the moment, and it may very well break. I think the healthiest thing for it to do is to mitigate this zone of price down here. Um, I really feel like that is what would be the healthiest. It has shown strength far enough above an area like, we'll call it this or this, either way. It's shown enough strength above there that I would. Oh, that's good. That's a great low right there. What a great low. Fantastic low. So it has no reason to come back there. Um, no, you know what? I like that low too. I like that low too. Comes comes down into its last. We're on the weekly chart here. Okay, yeah, comes down into its last point of demand right here and lifts. Um, Takes out all that liquidity and runs right back up and takes the high. Yeah, I like that low too. It may not need to come down there. That's not hateful either. That's pretty nice too. I'm beginning to recant my statement. I'm running out of reasons for it to come back down and mitigate anything down here. Yeah, no, no, I take it back. Yeah, yeah. Gold, gold up, gold up. Not immediately. It has to complete its order flow objective still. Um, it still has to do that. It still has to. It needs to touch this week low. But I would not be surprised to see it run from there and come back and crack that high out. I would not be surprised to see that at all. Um, Maybe this is the area it needs to mitigate. Work with me. Maybe it needs to come and snipe this guy. I'm going to leave that box really big, but I'm kind of looking at this right there. Um, Trouble is, see, the problem with that though is you have to break daily market structure to get there. So you can't break weekly though. You won't even be touching weekly market structure by going down there. But either way, yeah, I think it's still generally bullish. Now, is it something that you wanted to look at? Like, I don't really know anybody that trades gold, so is it something that you wanted to look like much more locally? Because if it is, I'd have some interest right in here to drive it down to that low. Um, yeah, I would have some interest in here for a run down to this low, and I think you still have a 3R out of that area without, yeah, I do. Yeah, I think you still have a 3R out of there. Let's see. So boom, 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 boom. Yeah, yep. That would be the thing that I would be immediately most interested in, and then I would be looking. Yeah, I would be looking to kind of flip um, at that low. Yeah, I'd be looking to flip down there. Okay, missed the start of the stream, but I'm not sure what Bruce said. Our 1 hour supply fill. Okay, missed the start of the stream. But I'm not sure why Bruce said our 1 hour supply failed. Okay, so so we're talking about Bitcoin, and we're talking about failed. Why it failed? So you're okay. I'm following you, bully. This would be easy. I can get you caught up on this. So you're talking about this, right? And you're saying, why did I say I'm no longer looking at this as supply? Am I understanding that correct? I guess there's a 30-second delay, so I'll be patient. Mr. Z, no, I do not use indicators. I mean, I can use indicators. I'm well versed in many of them. I choose not to. Well, I'm going to start to answer this question assuming that I understood it correctly. I'm not looking at this supply anymore, bully. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I was following you. I'm not looking at it anymore because to me, if let me get buttons to work. Um, if this position were to work right here, then that is because of failure on this high and not because of this supply. It's because of this, not this. That's my justification for it. That's my justification for that. All right, did I miss anything? See, I'm not used to this quantity of chat, y'all. I'm not used to this. When everyone is bearish, BTC will go up, and when everyone is bullish, BTC will go down. This time almost everyone is bearish. You make a very good point there. You make a very good point there. I'm not going to disagree with that, which is your point is going to serve to reinforce my statement that we did achieve the discount of this range, and so bullish momentum can build very easily from this area. Yeah, it can build very easily from this area. There is a lot of people still shorting. When you look at, kind of start looking at some of the CVD tables, there's a lot of people still shorting. Um, but here's another way to look at this. Let's remove all these drawings. Uh, I I hear you that, well, okay. I actually don't know that everybody is bearish because I really only I watch Alex's channel and that's about it. I really don't watch anything else. So I don't know if everybody else is still bearish. Um, but we have some very significant resistance right here. For you value area people, that's your value area low. Has that shifted a little bit? Maybe it's a little bit different on Binance. Um, Interesting. I swear it was like right there on Bybit. Now I have to double check that. Let's go to the date. Very confused all of a sudden. Because I had a value area low and an anchored VWAP there. Okay, so it's changed. That's all it is. It is shifted. Uh, Interesting, but it can't have shifted. If you look at the developing value area, the value area low was there on Tuesday the 18th, which is a long time ago. Interesting. Um, well, whatever. I don't know. Nothing about this profile changes any of my opinions. Um, Yeah, I'm with you. All right, let's see here. Trade. I trade gold. You know me. Good for you, bro. Good for you. SHIB, sure. On daily, 4 hour SHIB looks healthy. Cool. Let's take a look at SHIB. I haven't seen that one in a while. Bum, 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 Let's start off on the weekly. Doodles on here. What's the button I'm looking for? That one. All right. So that is your weekly breakup structure right there. And we are just coming back to that, which that's intriguing. Okay, cool. Um, um, the unfortunate thing is you still have quite the gap underneath it. So like, yeah, it could work, but you have quite the gap underneath it. All right. Now let's get down to say the 4 and see if we can find find what you're looking at. Oh, you say it looks bullish on the 4. I can't necessarily agree with you there. No, no, I can't. I mean, this is still strong on the 4 hour here. Really and truly, this is strong on the 4 hour. That is a far more stronger point than this point, but they're still strong. And on the 4 hour, this low is still weak and it's still intact. So then you look at your 15, and yeah, the 15-minute broke up here from this low, broke up right there, but it also broke down right here. Right, so it went up, but then the delta flipped back to negative right there. So delta was positive here, delta then flipped to negative here, and remitigated this area to about the 50% line. Come on, work with me, stupid magnet, go away. And and yeah, and since doing so, it is we've established there's our break there, expectational order flow, lower high for lower low, and it is still crawling down. No, I would see here. Looks like we're over halfway through this. No, we're pretty close to it. Um, so this area here is demand, right? It's pretty good demand at that. But because A, we were never able to come out and take out the high that created this low, let alone that high. That's A. B, we broke bearishly prior to doing it. C, that after this bearish break, nothing has flipped bullish again. For all those reasons, you're going to want to see a structure flip out of here. For me, I would want to see some sort of structure change out of this zone. Yeah, something's got to change here. And as it stands right now, that something is a bunch of zeros and 17682. I need to see price return above this and then look to drive it to here or here. But until I see this, it's shorts only. Yeah, it's shorts only. I have to see this occur. Now, if this were to come down and do this and then come back up, fine, whatever. It happened here. But until something like that happens, nah, I'm out on that. Yeah, we can take a peek at. Hold on, it's so many chats. In theory, isn't the low on the 2 day time frame is weak, so it can be broken easily. Reapers, you must be. Reapers, are you talking about BTC 2 day low week? Um, I'm going to guess the answer. If you're talking about BTC, the 2 day does not have. Well, we'll look at it. I just want to know that that's what you're talking about. We'll take a peek at VeChain real quick. I'm running out of time. I got about 3 minutes left, so we're going to move fast. The very first thing we need to know is if this low was touched. Where's my magnet? Oh, interesting. 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 Should have done this the easy way. Good Lord, are you serious? 2381. 2381. Those are equal lows. Those are literally equal lows. Literally equal lows. Um, so that gives you reason number one to come back here and reason number two to come back here. You have two reasons to revisit this. Uh, After touching this low, it's so important to come back and break this high if you expect any northerly action out of this. And so we start rolling over prior to cracking this high, and we're coming back because we have two reasons to do so. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. Stop it. Yeah, I wanted to go down to the 15. Uh, yeah, yep, and your 15 is it's almost going to break. It's going to break here pretty soon. It's going to break once you lose that guy. Um, no, nothing too interesting there. Yeah, so see how you have this. See how you have this slight break right here. Um, Is that the one? Whatever, you can pick on any of these, doesn't matter. You have a slight break right there. And it does not return and take out the high, right? Instead, it rolls over. Um, yeah, I think you're about to break down. You got a little bit of something underneath you to hold you up. You do have a little something under there to hold you up. But yeah, I wouldn't. I'll tell you one thing. I'll get really interested if we can crack this. If we can like really crack this, I'm talking. I want to see price up here. Um, yeah, up in this area, like really. Damn it! Oh, that's still not good enough. I lied. I lied. I don't think we could. I want to see it up there before I have any hope of a real return on this thing. Like higher, like really higher targets. Um, Yeah, this doesn't fill me with confidence. A break above here uh, might do it, but yeah, it doesn't really fill me with confidence. Did we miss something underneath us? Sorry. Oh, and then I got to come back and yes, BTC, cool. I'll take a look at the 2 day BTC here in just a second, and then I'm going to have to go. Weekly, missed something, and I want to find it. God damn it! I have to come up with some crazy custom time frame to find it. No, I take it back. I'm happy with that. I'm satisfied with that. Yep, I'm satisfied with that. Um, it's got a lot of damn work to do. Uh, bu- 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 My instinct says it wants to come for those equal lows. Yeah, it does. It's going to make it tough to find an entry there, though, because if you break this and see a retrace into this range of price, that may be this demand holding and actually taking a run back up for the high. So if we break this and then retrace to mitigate, I'm going to want to really see, let me delete some of this stuff. On this retracement leg here, I would really need probably a 10 to 15 minute break in structure to know that I'm looking at an actual break mitigation for continuation versus a mitigation of this for continuation higher. I'm going to want to see that. Um, and then I'm going to want to drive it down to those equal lows. Um, that's a tough one for me. I don't really get into on some of these altcoins. I don't tend to really get into the very fine time frames on them. I don't trust them as much. Okay, 2 day BTC, something about a week low. Something about a week low. First of all, let's get this off there. Actually, let's go to our other chart, the Bybit charts, because I can make that blank and I can see more better. Here we go. All right, following the 2 day structure. So, are you thinking? No, I don't see your week low on the 2 day. I don't see it. I do not see it. Do not see it. If anything, I would say I see a bullish break on the 2 day here. And in order to change that, this bullish break here on the 2 day makes this a strong low. And this is still internal, right? That's still internal. That has nothing to do with your external structure. Your external structure won't break until down there. So this is just internal to the range, internal to this range right here. This one, this range. Internally in that range, there's a 2 day break of structure on bullish break of structure, making this low strong and this high weak, which is a pretty equal high and also needs correction. Not as bad as this low needs fixing, though. This low really needs some fixing. But that's how the 2 day reads to me. All right. Sweet. I am going to have to. Bully, I'm looking at the chart you just posted, and I don't hate it. I was really looking at it that way too. I'm not gonna lie, I was really looking at it that way. But I'm for the reasons I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, just a little sussed out on that idea. I like where your head is at, though. I do like where your head is at. Um, yeah, I get it. I get it, and I don't blame you, and I wish you the best of luck. I do. Yeah, very much so. Uh, yeah, I get it, bro. I get it, and I think you're making a very logical trade there. I really do. Not that that's to imply that you make illogical trades. Yeah. I'm just, I'm just saying I understand what you're doing there. I really do. Um, I'm just being a little more hesitant myself. I tried to scoop. Yeah, I tried to scoop basically somewhere around in here. I tried to scoop a short out of there as well. Didn't work. My main issue is after a SFP on this high, we really should have returned to this low before ever really getting a good sign of strength. But you could very well be right and have yourself a very nice entry. And yeah, I love your target. Okay, I'll just keep blabbing. I gotta get off to work. Sorry for the caps. You guys have a good one.